Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my unboxing and first impressions video of the Moto G7 Power with Alexa. Now, there are several different versions of the Moto G7 Power out there, and the devices themselves are the same exact hardware, but this specific version is the Alexa version of the device, which is an exclusive on Amazon. Now, once I get this open and we get into the actual phone itself, you'll get a better idea of what that means with this being an Alexa version of the device. But let's just dig into this and see what's in the box. Now here is the box itself. It is green, as you can tell. There it is, Moto G7 Power. We'll open this on up. Now I did have to redo this unboxing because the audio got messed up in my first unboxing, so I did already take off the plastic and everything off of the phone itself. But here it is. This is in the indigo blue color, and you can really see the indigo blue itself on the back side here. This is a really cool looking material on the back. It is plastic, but it's kind of a polished plastic. Now, it does absorb fingerprints, which is kind of a downside to it, but overall, I just think it looks fantastic. So let's turn this on and take a look at the software itself. Now this device features a 6.2-inch display coming in at 720p. It features a 19:9 ratio, which means that this is going to be a taller display than your typical smartphone, which is really good if you're into web browsing and watching video content, as you're going to really have an immersive experience, so you'll like that a lot. Put in my PIN code here, and we're now at the home screen. So you can see that we have some Amazon apps pre-installed here. So we have Amazon Shopping, Amazon Music, Amazon Alexa, Amazon Photos, and Audible. So if you use Amazon services, especially if you're a Prime member, then you're going to like having this software pre-installed because it's going to be really convenient. Another cool thing is that you can use Alexa just by tapping on the button here, and I'll cover all of that into more detail in the full review. But essentially you have different options here, so if you want to use Google's Assistant, you can still use that. But if you want to use, of course, Amazon's alternative to that, which is the Amazon Alexa service, then it's all integrated here into the device. So it's really the best of both worlds. Now, if you don't use Amazon services at the moment, it's really easy to hide these apps and it's not going to intrude on your experience at all. So there really is no reason to avoid the Moto G7 Power with Alexa, unless you really just want to get the normal Moto G7 Power, but really, I would recommend just going with the Alexa version of the device. Now, this device does have a notch, as you can see up top here, and the front-facing camera is 8 megapixels. Now, internally, we're getting 32 gigabytes of storage with this device. We're getting a Qualcomm Snapdragon 632 processor, which is a solid processor, and we get 3 gigabytes of RAM. Then on the backside of the phone, we have the camera module, which is a single 12 megapixel camera. We have the flash, and we have the fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor works really well. What's cool about it is that you don't even have to tap on the power button to activate the display. You just have to lightly hold your finger on that fingerprint sensor, and the display will immediately turn on. So it's really quick, it works really well. And really overall, this device feels like a premium phone, even though technically it's not, because it comes in at $249. Now, the main feature here that makes the G7 Power stand out in comparison to the other versions of the G7, which are the original G7 and the G7 Play, is that this device features a 5,000 milliamp hour internal battery. And that battery is also compatible with fast charging. So if you use the fast charging adapter that's included in the box, then you can charge this up very quickly. And finally, this device runs Android 9 Pie, which is the latest version of Android, and it doesn't have any bloatware. I know some people might consider the Amazon apps to be bloatware, but it's advertised as a feature here, not so much of a nuisance. So otherwise, we just have a stock experience here. There's really not much of an overlay or any other software added to the actual device itself, which will give you the best Android experience possible. Now in the box, we have a couple of different items included. So the first thing is that we have this packet here, and in the packet, we have the SIM card removal tool. We have a quick start guide. And we have some regulatory information. We also have the Motorola Turbo Power fast charging wall adapter. And we have the USB Type-C cable for charging and data transfer. Now I just changed the wallpaper over to this green geometric wallpaper. I actually created this myself from scratch. And if you want to download it, then take a look at the link in the video description. I plan on making a bunch more wallpapers in the future too, and featuring them on the different phones that I unbox and review on my channel. So this is kind of an added bonus that I want to share with my audience. So if you're really into this geometric wallpaper style, which I'm personally a big fan of, then you might like this. And also let me know in the comments what you think of the wallpaper. So we already went over the display here of the device, which is 6.2 inches, coming in at 720p. Now, the 720p resolution actually looks really good, despite it not being as good as 1080p. It looks really clear, you get really good colors with it, and overall, I think it's really going to satisfy like 99.9% of users out there who just want a good, solid display that's large in size, which this device has, so that you can watch movies, whether that's on YouTube or Netflix or wherever, and browse the web and maybe even read an occasional ebook. Now again, we have that notch. If you don't like notches, then you might not like this phone, but it's really kind of a small notch. Now it is unfortunate that we have a notch and we still have a lip on the bottom here, but we do have the Motorola branding down below. On the left side, we have the slot for the SIM card and micro SD card and nothing else. On the right side, we have the power button and the volume rockers. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and the noise canceling microphone. On the bottom, we have the USB Type-C port for charging and data transfer, and we have the microphone. And on the back side, we have the 12-megapixel camera, we have the flash, and we have the fingerprint sensor. And again, this is just a really good looking phone, especially on the back with this indigo blue color. So I'm looking forward to doing more testing with the Moto G7 Power with Alexa. Now this device is available factory unlocked, and it works with AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint. So it's going to work with all 4 major US carriers. It's also going to work with the prepaid carriers such as Cricket, Metro by T-Mobile, and Straight Talk. So if you use those, then you're in luck here. And you can pick this up for $249, at least at the time of recording this video. So take a look at the link in the video description to see the most up-to-date pricing. But this is Kevin here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.